Welcome to your sleep hypnosis on the crystal lake of perfect choices. And this sleep hypnosis is especially for those who feel stuck or feel pressured to make some decision or is on a crossroad in your life. It will help you to make the perfect decision for you, and with that, you can simply stop thinking about it and you can just relax and be with your perfect choice. And so, to begin your sleep hypnosis, find the most cozy space you can and really treat yourself into lying comfortably. Perhaps you can close your eyes, or you can leave them open for a little while until they, by themselves, simply close effortlessly in their own time. And in your imagination, I want you to imagine that you are floating on a waterbed in the middle of a crystal lake, and it's dark. Perhaps there is some lights in the very distance, but you are floating. Perhaps it's a king-size mattress that just happens to be in the middle of this beautiful lake that feels like waterbed, gently being swayed with those tiny little ripples and waves. But today, the crystal lake is very calm. There is hardly any wind. All is calm. All is well. As you are lying on your back, facing the stars that are starting to appearing in this beautiful night sky that's just turning from dark blue into black. Simply lying down, knowing that there is crystals everywhere underneath you in this lake. It is a crystal lake, and you hear this beautiful crystal music around you that's just coming out of nowhere. And as you are floating and really starting to become one with the floating, with the water, simply allowing your body, which is also made of water, becoming in sync with this floating, gentle floating. So gentle and beautiful that your body wants to enjoy every bit of it and simply relaxes deeply. Relaxes all the parts, relaxes your hands, perhaps facing upwards, your jaw, just feeling so happy that you have this opportunity to float in the middle of a lake, and you really don't want to miss any moment of this experience, really enjoying all the sounds. This is such a gentle ride. And you might start hearing some cicadas around you as really we are turning into the night, just this moment. See, this floating is so gentle. that just by your breathing, you are gently pushing this bed or mattress to float in the opposite direction than that you're breathing. Just that air is enough to power your boat, and it gently floats you kind of backwardish, so slowly, so gently, so safely. Perhaps this beautiful music comes from all the crystals that are playing from below, between you and the water, because this is the lake of the perfect choices. And as you are being floated and really relaxing deeper into the sensations, you're realizing that none of your choices can be rushed. And realizing that all the choices are always made by something mysterious. And perhaps you call it your thoughts. Perhaps these choices are simply made when the time is ready, by popping into your mind without you even doing it. In the same way as this float is just taking you, and the stars are just shining, and the water is bubbling without you doing any of it. Just consider that all your choices will be simply made in the right moment, not a moment before or after. And it's always going to be the perfect choice. And maybe your mind doesn't want to hear it, wants to argue with it. Shh. So just let it to float away. Let it to float far away and come back to this beautiful sensation, just floating on the lake of the perfect choices, where everything is crystal clear when it is, and that trying to make a choice out of some agitation is not only possible, but it will drive you crazy. So just relax. What if the right choice will be made for you by having the right thoughts just popping into your mind out of nowhere in the right time without you even doing it? What if all of this unnecessary thinking and analyzing is not even needed in here? Not on the crystal lake. And the water is becoming calmer and calmer as you are simply relaxing into the knowing that these decisions and choices will be made by something within you. Something will open your mouth and a decision will come out, or a thought will come up, and you will make the right choice. And perhaps your mind mind will judge you, say, that's not the best choice. And again, you don't have to think about it and analyzing it, because there is no way of knowing if that is a choice that will give you any kind of outcome. You just have no idea what this will bring you. You cannot figure it out. You will simply listen to those thoughts that will come in the right moment, as they always do, that will make you, that will take you into action and a decision. And so with that, there is nothing you have to do here. You're simply, just like this lake has nothing to do. It's just being floated around by a force greater than itself. And just like when you have a glass of water with some dirt in it, sometimes it takes a little bit of time when the dirt has to settle down, especially on this lake, so you can see clearly the crystals that are at the bottom. And each crystal has its own wisdom. And so, as you're floating on your king-size mattress that's filled with air but feels like it's filled with water, just floating you around, simply relax deeper than you've ever been before, because this is your opportunity to test it out, to see what happens. Nothing required from you, no hard analyzing and overthinking. Just trust patiently that the right decision and choice will be made for you, through you, and so you can relax. What a relief! Nothing to do in here. Simply be like a fish, natural, floating with the flow of nature, not with the flow of the expectations that people put on you. Floating with the nature, which is you. You are nature. Floating. Hey, we have this person here floating on the mattress. It's nature floating on mattress in the middle of a crystal lake of the perfect choices. And as you're floating very gently, powered by your breathing, each out-breath, your boat, your waterbed just gently goes backwards. And the cicada come again in the distance, announcing that an evening has come, a night is coming for you to relax into, for you to settle deeply into your own being without any pressure, without any expectations. Space beyond the mind that has so many opinions, beyond the mind that has so many dreams of the past and dreams of the future called hopes, into space of such trust that comes from deeply within. It doesn't come from the surface thoughts, surface ripples. It comes from the depth of your stillness, the deeper knowing that you are taken care of. And whatever choice you make, it will be the best one. How do I know? Because that's the choice you will make. And what happens is perfect. Except what you're thinking about it, except you wishing for it to be different. It's perfect. It's what happens. It's what is. It's what's unfolding in your story. And so, relax. There is nothing to do here. Relax and notice what is really going on. You simply float without any distraction, so relaxed, just very open, waiting where life, nature, which is you, force that runs through you, where it will take you next. Where will it take you next? Just so open for this adventure. Like in a beautifully unfolding story. Held, being floated, becoming calmer and calmer with each breath, becoming more at home with each breath. And if there is any thoughts coming up, popping up, reminding you of all the things you have to do, let it float. Invite it, perhaps, would you like to go into the water? Thought. Maybe it goes under the surface. Without any judgment, simply noticing. And as more cicadas are coming out, you're also noticing that you are approaching a shore. Not knowing where your life takes you next. But you cannot be sure that you already know what's waiting out there. You don't. So staying curious and open for this unfolding to reveal itself to you in the right time. Knowing that you will make the right decisions once you have the right information, then decision it will make itself. Until then, you can have stories about it and opinions and complaints and ideas and stucknesses and weird thoughts. So leave this float away and let the crystals from the bottom of this lake really power you with their superpowers, sending you clarity. And clarity is nothing than just clear seeing of what is, beyond the interference of the mind that tells you what should be, how it should be different. So relax and let everything unfold as it is, if you could let it, as if it wasn't already happening even without you. Falling into the space of deep sleep, deep, relaxing sleep, of dreaming, where nothing needs to be done except of what is, trusting yourself from that wisdom from deeply within. There is something going on inside. Relaxing, finding new ways of patience, dreaming, letting the sounds surround you, as if they were coming from the outside, as if they were something else than you.